I'm Todd Grisham, and we're going old school tonight here inside the Grand Theater. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Rocky Marciano. He's 5'10" tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live. Undefeated. Up against them, Jake Paul, the problem child, 6'1". He is Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself, one of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it. Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
Just take note. Look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Cleveland, Ohio in the United States, here is the battle-ready cruiserweight and popular social media superstar, introducing the problem child, Jake Paul.
All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
This is what boxing's all about. You can smell it. You can hear it. It's the beat. It's the heat. It's everything you'd want when you come into a fight.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Straight right just misses. His stamina is off the charts. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches. The punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Counter punch right up the middle. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so...
Here we go for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, you gotta focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
Oh man, you got swarm in your face. You got to try and push him off, make him go into the ropes. You got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Catch and shoot. Jab does not score. And he misses with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell to start round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Looking to land the hook. Jab not finding its target. They're both trying for a knockout. It's obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
Oh, that was a fight that had an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, it just really befuddles your opponent because when they think you're out of range, bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them on the end of a jab, it takes and befuddles the fighter.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. Threw the uppercut, but did not. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Beautiful counter shot. Is off the charts. Good counter punch. Couldn't land that jab. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands down.
Just missed with that hook. String pulled it right there. Marciano fighting to survive. He's never been knocked out. How is this fight still continuing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What a massive upset this would be. Did you see that? What a massive upset this would be. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell to start round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter shot lands. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He blocks that jab. Do you believe what we are seeing? A much better game plan here.
got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Why weren't they more cautious? Disaster averted.
Defense is everything.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers. Whoa, wait a minute. What a nightmare scenario. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they...
Here we go. It's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
At some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. Somehow weathered the storm. Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. That was the moment. Whoa, wait a minute. Can they finish it? And it appears he takes a knee, buys time, collects himself.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oh my! That's a game changer! Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot guess that if you prepared right, slept right, ate right.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Stumbling around in potholes. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
And Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
God, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
to think of holding on here for a minute. They're in trouble. How are they still standing?
Step back, compose yourself.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
And we enter the night. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Can't find a home for that jab. Beautiful counter. The corner's got the tower. They're going to throw it in. Didn't look long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Did you see that? At some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. And down goes Jake Paul. And that body shot folded him like an old T-shirt.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here. I've arrived. Try that again. It will happen all over again.